Yo, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Let's continue exploring Cardianon. Got a lot of ground to cover still. Hey, how's it going? Call me treasure hunter, or I'll rip your lungs out. Wonder what's up with all the fog around here. Are we at a rave? It's quiet. Yeah, a little too quiet. Bonus points if you get that reference.
What?
Whoa.
Edge, over there!
Danger music!
Everyone, run!
Woo, made it by a nut hair. That was close. And they died.
Ha! Damn it. Well, that's sure not getting us anywhere.
This room must be protected by some sort of energy field. One that can render any attack powerless. I've actually been having Limmel here try her hand as well.
This is weird. I can't use my symbology.
As you can see, the field even disables symbology. That alone is impressive enough, but... we were transported to this room in an instant. That was matter transference. Teleportation.
An energy field and teleportation. They're certainly not lacking for technology.
Thus is the wisdom granted to us by the epiphanies of guidance. It is useless to resist.
Who's there?
Huh? What's this floaty thing?
It would seem we've been scanned.
How embarrassing.
Are you a Cardianon? Where are you? How about you quit prying on us and show yourself?
Cease your bellowing, inferior being. You would do well to realize your place.
Are you the leader of this ship?
And what if I am?
'Cause if you are, I've got something to ask you.
Why do you have balls on your chin?
What are these epiphanies of guidance?
Or that.
What was that thing that made such a mess on Lemuris? Our friend's home! Answer me!
Edgy.
We, the Cardianon, shall be the rulers of this infinite cosmos. We have been blessed by the gods. All inferior beings will be eliminated.
What?
It's okay, honey. We're with you.
You're out of your mind! You think it's okay to cause pain because you're some kind of superior beings?
We are merely implementing the natural laws of nature.
You bastard!
If I may interject, you have not yet answered the key question.
What do you hope to gain from knowing the words of the gods?
The what?
Well, well. So, you are descendants of the Mua.
Mua?
Impurities are of no use to us. You, of Muon blood.
Muon blood? Is he talking about us?
We issue a mandate. You will stop the Steel Giant.
Steel...
Giant?
You will instruct the Steel Giant to cease its destructive activities and surrender at once.
Hold on! What the hell is this Steel Giant?
An invader. It came here with an accomplice who escaped our grasp. another descendant of the Mua like yourselves. In fact, he wore the exact same symbol as you.
You're saying he had the SRF emblem on him?
We believed we had captured his ship, but apparently yours was merely a vessel of the same design. However, your vessel also bore precious specimens. 2, in fact. Thus is the will of the gods.
The same design. The same emblem? So, he actually was here after all.
I think I finally understand the cause of all the damage we've seen on this ship. Everything is because of this steel giant's destructive activities. It's no wonder the Cardianon paid us so little attention.
In any event, you are to be used as specimens. You will enlighten the giant before you are disposed of. Heed my words and instruct it immediately. Surrender at once!
Fine. You want some instruction, huh?
Edge!
My name is Edge Maverick. I'm a friend of Crow's. Listen, I have no idea who or what you are, but if you came here with Crow, don't hold anything back! Smash this ship to pieces! The Cardianon are insane!
We do not understand your actions. You will remain in confinement here until your punishment has been decided.
Sorry?
There's no need to apologize. Frankly, I feel relieved.
You sure told him. Edgy, you're so cool.
Yep, just like you, Edge. Though I do think you went a little bit overboard.
What these Cardianon are doing just isn't right. I know you would have acted the same way, Crow.
So Edge, Raimi, and Crow are all descendants of the Mua. Whoever or whatever they are, we don't know. But if you've played Star Ocean 1, then you already know all about the Mua. Clearly, Edge has not played that game. He has no idea what the hell is going on. And I like how when he turned to Raimi to see if she had any idea, her response was to turn away and lower her head. Yeah, she clearly knows something. And my first time playing this game, I never picked up on that bit of foreshadowing. That's a nice touch. But the bigger question here is, how is the Cardianon leader able to talk without moving his mouth? It's creepy. Alright, in order to advance the plot, we need to talk to all of our party members here and choose the best dialogue option. If you fail, nothing happens, you just have to try again. And for Limmel here, the best option is to tell her that talking is the answer. Yeah, I'm sure talking to a race of tyrannical lizards that want to conquer the galaxy is going to go over well. Spoiler alert, it won't. And for Phase here, we want to choose the first option. And for Raimi, we want to reassure her that we'll get her out of here. And you don't sound like you have faith in me. What's wrong, Raimi? It's easy. All we gotta do is find the steel giant, tell it to back off, and then we'll be on our way. I'm sure it's nothing. I wouldn't worry about it. What I would worry about is, how are we gonna find the steel giant? I mean, we don't even know what it looks like, and we haven't seen anything around here that's even remotely gigantic. Okay, never mind. Those are huge. But they're not made of steel. At least, I hope they're not made of steel. That would be awkward. What is she doing here, anyway? Boom shakalaka.
What now?
Alert. The steel giant is approaching quickly. What number gate is it? We must hurry. At this rate, the specimens are going to escape.
I can't see.
What is that?
I don't know. But if I had to venture a guess, I'd say it's probably the Cardianon's
Steel giant.
It's coming this way.
Hey, all right. We're freed. Thanks, man.
Greetings. I will be brief. I am Bacchus D-79 of the Morphus. Please, come with me.
Wait a minute! Just like that, you expect us to follow you?
So you must be Mr. Edge Maverick.
Huh?
Your voice print data matches that of the call broadcast throughout this ship earlier. Let us go then, Mr. Edge Maverick.
Just hold on a second, okay? First, I want to say thanks for coming to help us. And next, there's something I need to ask you.
The thirst for knowledge always presents chances to gain insight. As a humble scientist, I would like nothing more than to answer your questions. However, our current reality does not permit leisurely conversation. Let us go, Mr. Edge Maverick.
Fair enough. I'll save the questions for later, Mr. Bacchus.
As you wish, Mr. Edge Maverick. Incidentally, please feel free to call me Bacchus.
Will do, Bacchus. Likewise, you can just call me Edge.
As you wish, Mr. Edge.
No, I mean... never mind. So, where are we going?
The Central Isolation Chamber. There I can fulfill my duty.
Your duty?
The objects known as the Epiphanies of Guidance. It is my duty to put an end to them.
I see. Well, that's convenient. Just, we need to be getting there ourselves.
Come with me if you want to live. Alright, we got a new party member with Bacchus. The Iron Giant? No, just a random battle. Well, I guess I could show off a new mechanic now that we have 5 party members. You can swap one out at any time by going to the menu, selecting Change Members, and voila. Yeah, we'll take these guys out real quick on screen, and then we'll go over Bacchus.
Wonderful. I'm so glad everyone's safe.
Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and switch his beat over to Burst. And let's take a quick look at his skills. He has engineering, so we can now create mechanical items like bombs and ship furnishings and things like that. Robotics increases the item drop rate from, well, robots and androids. He has mining, which is similar to Raimi's harvesting, only now we can get ores and metals and things like that. And he has stealth as a field ability. It allows you to walk by enemies undetected. So right away, I want to give him chain combos, and we'll give him taunt. Why not? So like every other character, his priority is to max out chain combos, and I want to use his individual SP first. So let's take care of that. And then for special arts, he has Force Breaker and Galvanic Shock. And I want to max out Galvanic Shock right now as well. So Galvanic Shock is a close-range melee attack that is Thunder Elemental. Big shout out to the legendary Zoltan for giving me that information, as well as letting me know that each individual hit of this move has a 2% chance of stunning the enemy. So that's pretty good. In a similar fashion, all of Limmel's spells involving Cerberus here are Fire Elemental, and Raimi's Seraphic Thunder ability here is Thunder Elemental. I've always had my suspicions about these, but when you've played as many JRPGs as I have, then you've seen a lot of weird shit. There's a lot of stuff that you would think is obvious, but is not the way it works. And with our leftover party skill points, what I want to do is go ahead and max out critical hit for Raimi. Yeah, that'll be really nice for her. And I was going to wait until later on to talk about the luck stat, when we can actually create an item that allows us to interact with it a bit more. But since we're talking about crits, then now is as good a time as any. So in most RPGs, luck is usually an interesting stat. It either affects a variety of things, or it's seemingly useless or unknown how it functions. But in this game, luck is used to determine both critical hit chance, and it's used in the calculations for another mechanic known as Fury. And basically Fury allows a character to survive a death blow with 1 HP, and it can be triggered multiple times in a row and is largely based on luck. It's the same as it is in earlier Star Ocean games, only it's been renamed to Fury in this one. There is a skill that boosts the Fury activation rate as well as factors on equipment. And another big shout out to the legendary Zoltan for providing the formula used by the game's algorithms when calculating critical hit chances. If you enjoy that sort of thing like I do, then definitely check out the comments section in the previous video for all the details. In short, luck is one of many factors used, and every character has a starting base value. For example, Edge has a luck stat of 100 versus Raimi, who has a starting luck stat of 140. And there is a way rather, to change this value later on with the aforementioned item, but naturally, Raimi is the best when it comes to crits, and it's how I always build her for DPS. In this game, crit is king, like a lot of other RPGs now that I think about it, and Raimi is the queen. So the crit skill here not only boosts critical hit chance, but it also boosts the damage of critical hits, and the way it does that is it increases the critical modifier used when damage is being calculated. Edge, along with most of the cast, has a base crit multiplier of 1.2, but if you give him critical hit at rank 10, it boosts that modifier up to 1.5. Raimi, by comparison, has the highest base crit modifier in the game of 2.8, and a rank 10 critical hit skill will push that over 3.0, making her critical hits deal triple the damage of a normal hit. Combine that with all of her multi-hitting attacks, and she is really going to bring the pain. I love it. And basically how crit modifiers work is it just takes the damage of a normal hit and then multiplies it by whatever your modifier is, and that's your critical damage. Speaking of Raimi, I also want to spend some party SP leveling up Crimson Squall. Not only will this increase the damage, but it also increases the number of hits. And now I want to save the rest of my party SP for later, because typically what I like to do is whenever a new party member joins the group, I use party SP to get them caught up to speed. Oh, right, now that we do have another party member, let's go ahead and make another Mana Yeti jewel here for the critical hit. I'm going to give that to Bacchus as well. Whoops. There we go. And let's go ahead and equip him with Galvanic Shock. This move is basically a carbon copy of the electrical move that the guard bots use on you here. Okay, so let's have a look around and go south first. Whoa. That was close. Here we get the attack bracelet. That will increase your attack by 4%, and I want to give that to Bacchus right away. Yeah, that's pretty good for him. But just how destructive can his activities really be? Let's find out. Oh, here we go. Well, you know what? First, let's look at Crimson Squall. Or we can get stunned. That works too. Whoa. Really, game? Really? You're not going to let me show this off? it's like a machine gun. So Bacchus is an interesting character. He's what I like to call a hybrid. He has a good mix of close-range melee attacks and long-range attacks with his gun. He can also be a really good tank because he has the highest natural HP growth of anybody in the game. And here we get a Comet Robe for Limmel. Awesome. Not that I'm going to be using her ever again unless I absolutely have to, but we'll give it to her anyways. Yeah, like I was saying, Bacchus could be a good tank as well. He also gets a move later on that can restore his own HP, and it's an instant cast, which is pretty nice for sustainability. But I like to use him more of like a damage dealer. Let's go ahead and show off his abilities a little bit. He does play a little bit differently too. He doesn't get a launcher, and his close quarters attack is backhand, and you can combo into his normal attack right after. He can do blindsides as well, but the animation takes forever. I almost never use his blindsides. Ooh, the laboratory. His dash attack is similar to Raimi's. He can press the attack button when he dashes, and he'll shoot a couple shots out. The more times you press the button, the more times he shoots. And you can see he can curve his bullets like in that movie Wanted. So the Galvanic Shock is really good. Yeah, look at that damage. That was without chaining it to get the damage boost either. Now granted, those guys are weak to thunder, but still. And over here, we get nothing. Get rid of the fresh sage and pick up 3 more. What do we do with the other 2? That's a good question. There's a healing spot here, so if you want to do some grinding. And we got another little vending machine over here, and I want to buy some ripe berries. About 5 ought to be enough. It's good to have on-command instant healing for the group like that. And if we examine it a second time, we get a little private action here between Bacchus and the party. Yeah, Luma wouldn't understand about a vending machine. They don't have those where she's from. Edge's face, he looks stoned. Or tired. I can relate to that, I'm pretty tired. Might need to inject this rock star into my eyeballs. I like Bacchus's personality. He reminds me of one of my old childhood best friends. Yeah, otherwise she's gonna sick Cerberus on you. Baki. Is that like Pocky? No. No, you didn't really explain it in a way that she would understand, but whatever. Whoa, holy crap! This will be good for the experience. Damn, Edge. Air slash. Come on, walk into it. Yeah. Ooh, 666. Oddly enough, there is no battle trophy for dealing exactly that amount of damage. You've got some for 5s and 1s and 7s and 4s. Then you have Limmels, which is a sequential battle trophy of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But no 6s or 9s or anything like that. Oh, there's still enemies. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, what? The only problem with Galvanic Shock is it does have kind of a slow startup. If you can combo into it, so much the better. It is really good for bosses though, and just stun locking enemies in place. Oh, you know what? I actually want to get rid of Aura Spark, now that I think about it. And we're gonna go back to Stampede Slash. It's just better overall. Alright, got him. Man, there's a lot of these guys. You know, let's use Sonic Thorn to get some AoE damage down there. That guy never had a chance.
The next fight won't be this easy, will it?
What? No EM bombs?
Maybe
I'm disappointed,
Ryan
game, but we
helped
gotta level up for Raimi. Alright. And Edge, and FaZe, who's paralyzed, and he learned Shadow Needles. Rank up for Bacchus. Shadow Needles is a dark elemental spell, but it's nowhere near as good as Ice Needles. It's also nowhere near as good as this Cardianon bow. I'm gonna give that to Raimi right away. It's got a little bit more attack power than the hunting bow, and I don't even care about losing the critical hit factor because now that we have a rank 10 skill, that more than makes up for it. And we'll get more bonus damage against the Cardianon. Alright guys, we're gonna call it quits here, and when we come back next time, we'll start making our way through the subterranean city. Until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kai, and I'll see you then. Take care.